I believe. I'm guessing I'm the last one to load in.
No, still got a couple more. This is whether Bunny actually manages to load in or not.
Yeah, if he's not in the, if he wasn't in the lobby and it's loading in, thinking he was in the lobby.
Dan's still loading in. You're connected now.
Yeah, boy. Don't open my call. Oh my.
Oh, is Dan? No.
J Vane paused. I forgot you could do that in private games. Disconnect. Woo!
Close client.
Why close client?
Well, they want to check that the update's there. I don't know. It's not.
Well, Bunny Summer No Mercy Plus is now on Dota.
Right. Okay. Wow. Oh. Well, yeah, it looks like it's loaded in. So we might finally have a game. Wow. Oh, someone's failed. Everyone's failed.
my god, there's actually a salt shaker emote? What? Go Q all pick.
New lobby. Right, let's try again.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
Oh.
God.
It's kind of fair. There's a little out from what Dan said, so you know.
Oh, God. Okay, looks like we might finally get to go. Wow, that escalated quickly.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dan's stepping on thin water here.
Yeah. We're not here to get involved in that though, so let's not make any comments or anything. Guess we might as well, now that they're finally in the game, start with the introductions for this game. So this is the HCon.TV Casual Cup Grand Finals, best of 5, Ventus versus VIP. I'm Zambrella, and with me is Ainsley Harriet. Game 1 of the best of 5, like we said. The winner gets 125 quid to split between their team members. Pretty exciting stuff, eh?
Yeah, it's not a bad amount of money for just like a little casual tournament like this.
Seconds to go.
Yeah. So as we get into this draft, that we did have some delays. I'm very sorry about the delays. Firstly, someone was a bit someone was appeared to be AFK, and then we finally managed to load in, and then the Steam servers went kaput. So we're now actually finally into this draft 23 minutes late, but we're here nonetheless for hopefully some very good Dota. I guess why don't we do a little story of how these two teams got into the grand final. And we'll start off with Ventus. Ventus had I must say, appears to be a smooth running. They've won every single game, so they are undefeated. They started off by defeating Dins 5, then Team Elder Titan, and then Rumham. Then they have beaten VIP, but it was a best of 1, so you know you might have one good draft, and then we're all good, you know, and then you've won the game. So best of 5, maybe they fare differently. Then they beat RGS in the semi-finals, and now they're in the grand finals. There is a stand-in for Ventus though, that is Dan.
Reserve time.
So whether that will have an effect on things. But how about VIP? Their ride has not been quite so smooth. They start off by beating French Montana, then beating Team Brutal Exodus, then Londoners and a Norwegian, and then in round 4 they got kicked out by VIP, which sent them down to the lower brackets, where they played Rapier Gaming and won. Then in the best of 3 loser brackets, they beat Rumham 2-0, and then yesterday they played RGS and won 3-2 in that grand final. Well, not grand final, the final of the lower brackets, with some very good Dota. I mean, RGS played well, but VIP just played a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, VIP, they didn't really look like they were a losing team, even though they were in the lower bracket. Ever since they lost that game, they've appeared fairly dominant in quite a few of their games.
I guess what we should also mention is the fact that this is 6.84 Dota, so get ready for some new strategies, some new items, and some new drafts, I imagine. As we well into the way of this draft now, we might as well go through what both teams have picked and banned so far. Ventus banning out the Queen of Pain and the Broodmother. I guess Queen of Pain is strong. Broodmother has done it. The VI played a game with Broodmother. I think that was game 2, and absolutely dominated the game actually, because of the Brood. So I don't blame Ventus for wanting to ban that. VIP banning out the Slark and the Night Stalker. Night Stalker, like even in like 6.83, was starting to make an emergence.
Yeah, I think Night Stalker he's really good at like a position 4 sort of roaming sort of role, because when it hits nighttime, you've just got so much mobility around the map, and your spells are all really strong at just ganking.
Yeah.
And he transitions quite well into the late game, especially when you get like the Aghanims on him. Running around at nighttime, you just have so much vision, while they are restricted to very little. So
yeah. Ventus picking up the Centaur on the Dragon Knight straight away. So 2 cores already. We've seen Dragon Knight played mid a couple of times. He's actually really strong now with that update to the Breathe Fire, or whatever it's called. Breathe Fire and Centaur. It's become a strong offlaner, especially with that Aghanim Scepter upgrade now. I mean, you can stampede over terrain and things like that. Whereas VIP gone for the Beastmaster Naga Siren pick. I think we've seen them pick both these heroes in conjunction before. In the last
yeah.
game.
I mean, they had a Naga that, even after dying, I think about 4 times in the early game, managed to get a sub 25-minute Radiance, which was insane. And they seem to like their Beastmaster. And something I've noticed, I can't remember who it is that plays the Beastmaster, but he always seems to go for the Necro Book straight after he gets his Soul Ring.
Yeah, I think it's Gasper.
And I mean, something I didn't realise was that I don't think they're playing Beastmaster as much for the fact that Beastmaster got a little bit of a buff, because I mean he has been made a little stronger, but the Necro Books have got so much better at level 1 and 2 as well now. Just with, I think they've got more health and more damage.
Yep.
And so with the Inner Beast, they can tear through towers.
Yep. So moving on to the bans, Ventus ban out the Thunderman, the Zeus, and the Spirit Breaker. I wonder if anyone's got some of the new immortal items. Be interesting to see that. I guess just 2 again strong heroes that they don't want to play against. VIP banning out the Earthshaker. I know one of Dan's favourite heroes, and he plays it very well. And the PL, but this is exciting. I like this a lot because Winter Wyvern has just been added to in 6.84. It's been added to the Captain's mode pool. So yeah.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern's obviously really strong as well. Just a lot of lane harass with the Arctic Burn, and is it Splinter Blast, and then the ultimate is. If you can get a really nice ultimate, just the fact that you can get the other team, not only are they locked down for a little while, but the fact that you have a chance of killing their own teammate as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Winter Wyvern's a strong hero, and it's just people don't know how to play against him so much because he's not really played. They're like not really played very much, and he's new to the game. So I think the sort of surprise factor is almost as good, just to the fact that. You know, it's a surprise over and above the fact that he's a good hero as well.
Yeah, I mean, Winter Wyvern's been one of those heroes that I haven't actually seen much, even since since the release. Yeah, no one's really seemed to taken a great interest in the hero, but it's very, very strong if in the right hands.
Yeah, and Witch Doctor picked up by VIP, actually pretty strong. Especially if you can lock someone down with Beastmaster, get a good long duration on Witch Doctor, you can blow someone up really quickly. Finally, the 4th pick for Ventus is the Lion, just a really strong support. It'd be interesting to see how Lion and Winter Wyvern fare as sort of like a dual support. Well, Winter Wyvern is pretty much predominantly a support hero, so...
Yeah, I mean, Lion obviously as well, not only does he have the lockdown, but he can just instantly kill Naga's illusions when they get a little bit tankier in the late game.
That's true, yeah, he's very good.
10 seconds to go.
But yeah, 4th pick coming up now for VIP.
5 seconds.
Who do you think VIP? I guess they've got their... Last time we saw VIP play, it was actually a carry Naga and offlane Faceless Void. But with the Beastmaster, it makes me think it might be a mid Naga with the carry Faceless and offlane Beastmaster. But Beastmaster can be played in the mid lane, as we've seen many times before.
10
Did
seconds
they run?
to go.
I'm trying to think. Did they run Beastmaster in the? I feel like they ran Beastmaster in their Naga and Void combo, and maybe had him farming or something. I can't remember.
Reserve time.
I don't think they did.
Um,
You know, there were 5 games yesterday. I can't remember who played what, but yeah, they've definitely like done some sort of rotation of this, like combination of these heroes before.
yeah, they had a disruptor as well. I think, didn't they? Just
Yes, Flood played a very good disruptor. And I mean, the synergy already on VIP's team is fantastic. You can scout with the Beastmaster Hawk, set up with a Naga Siren Song, and then Witch Doctor ultimate on top of a Faceless Void on Chronosphere is
10
extremely strong.
seconds to go.
I mean, something like a disruptor would actually fit here really well, as because I mean, you have like you don't really need the stuns hero hero with the stuns, and just the ultimate AOE is just really good with the Chrono.
Yeah. However, Ventus, I mean, Dragon Knight Centaur, pretty tanky heroes that can take a lot of the beating, and Winter Wyvern can save them from the physical damage with his Cold Embrace, I think it is? Yeah, with his Cold Embrace. Yeah. So there's definitely, like, I think Winter Wyvern's a pretty good counter-initiate sort of hero. You can save teammates. Yeah, and you can actually you can go aggressive if you've got like the Centaur stampeding in, get a good ultimate down, Winter's Curse, gets people to group up, and then Dragon Knight can... sorry, I was getting messages through here.
No.
Radiance pick.
Anyway, so finally, sorry about that. So we're going to quickly have a look at the bands. Didn't get to see. Was it Gyrocopter and
The Gyrocopter and the Ancient Apparition.
yeah, Ancient Apparition? Interesting. Gyro with a buff, but Juggernaut, and then straight away OD picked up Juggernaut. I'm sure we're all fairly familiar with that hero, but we do. The OD is like not picked up at all. So Flood picking up the Naga Siren makes me think yes, it's going to be a support Naga and mid. OD. Gasper, he's the offlane player for the VIP, so it's going to be a carry Faceless Void, played by the J Payne, I think. Lion going to be played by Dan, so this is, yeah, so it looks like mid-Dragon Knight and offlane Centaur and a carry Juggernaut.
Yeah, this is.
I
I really like this OD pick. I mean, it's a hero that you never see, so people aren't obviously going to be that used to him, and he's really, really strong in like the 1v1 mid matchup. I mean, Dragon Knight is never going to have the mana pool to cast Breathe Fire and just harass from OD's orbs. They're just going to cause so much damage to him. He's just going to be this could be a very strong lane for OD, and obviously he's got the recent Ags upgrades change, which kind of fits into VIP's sort of style of teamfight at the moment, where they just want to lock the other team down for ages. Where perhaps the OD could get his ult off, imprison everyone into a song, and then get the Chronosphere just to make sure everyone is in place.
Yep. So it looks like we've got some internet issues coming on, but this will give us time to chat a bit more about the teams in general. From the draft, who are you favouring?
I'm going to favour VIP. Just the curveball of the OD, and I think they've got very nice team fight synergy. Where I think their team fight is a bit stronger than Ventus's.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you, but with the Winter Wyvern pickup, I can imagine that throwing in some curveballs and some unexpected plays. So I'm definitely not going to wipe Ventus out of this game. So we quickly run through who's on playing what hero and stuff. So on the Valiant side, it's VIP. We've got Finn playing the mid OD. That will be exciting to have a look at. Kiwi playing the support Witch Doctor. J-Pain on the carry Faceless Void. Flood on the support Naga Siren. And Gaspera on the off-lane Beastmaster.
And for Ventus, we've got Bunny Summer on the Dragon Knight. We have Enigma on the center. we have Standing Man Dan on the Lion. We have Quest Text on the Winter Wyvern, and we have Mango number 5 on the Juggernaut.
As the internet issue seems to be sorted out. So let's say the mid matchup. It'd be interesting to see what happens as the players move out from the base. As a reminder, this is the first game of a best of 5 series for the grand final for £125 of the HCon.TV Casual Cup. Be very interesting to see how this pans out. Is there some arrows being drawn out here? They want to deny this Centaur getting his ward down, but straight away, Gasper, is it me or did he TP to the lane? He always seems to get to the offlane extremely quickly, but it could be the boots.
I think it could just be he just gets the boots, and yeah, he definitely didn't buy the TP.
No,
yeah, I think he
just
gets the boots, and he runs over there as fast as he can. They know to give him a ward just so he can get out there, and he likes getting the hawk, seeing where they're gonna.
Yeah, it's good. He's done this like a couple of times now. Gets the hawk, sees but obviously they know what the rune's gonna be, but who picks it up? So I guess the mid hero knows whether to pick up or not. But pretty standard these days is for the mid hero to get the 100 rune. As there's not going to be any action here. Centaur going to get his block off, as well as Gasper getting his block off with the boar helping him out. So yeah, I think in the mid lane, OD versus Dragon Knight is definitely one that OD favours, just because you can drain his mana, range versus melee, deal a lot of harass, and Dragon Knight, his big tool for getting last hits in the mid lane is his Breathe Fire, and without mana, his low mana pool actually he definitely struggles there.
Yeah, OD's pretty strong. Just it's just a horrible thing to lane against the OD.
Yeah. I mean, there are heroes that can deal with him, like I remember he was very prevalent about a year ago, if not more. Gasper getting harassed here. You got to remember this level 1 Arctic Burn is very effective with Juggernaut spinning. Gasper going to desperately try and get away on 70 hit points. He does so, but this is a combo. We haven't really considered that. The Blade Fury does do a lot of damage over time as long as you can stay on top of them, and the slow from Winter Wyvern, the Arctic Burn, can be very good at that. As his hawk does get destroyed there. So yeah, it looks like the Radiant there. They did place a ward here. Actually, this is very smart because every time I've seen Gasper put down a ward, he's put it here. So they put a sentry, expecting to be able to de-ward it, but actually it's just out of range here.
That is very sneaky. Yeah, perhaps they've done a little bit of research on where they ward, or it's just where they assumed a lot of people like warding, but changing it up a bit is obviously very, very good, and going to make sure they still can't pull. But it looks like they might be looking to dive on the Beastmaster.
Beastmaster quickly seeing the aggression coming out from the Winter Wyvern and backing off nicely, so they're going to take some tower hits for their overextension. Naga Siren, strangely enough, I don't really know what you go as a support, but I would have thought going level 1 in Snare would have been better. But I guess the minus armor is also very strong. Get a few extra damage, a bit more damage in from the right clicks of Faceless Void.
Yeah, it might make him actually possibly able to help with kills early on. I mean,
Yeah.
Void is... He doesn't really have very good killing abilities, apart from if he gets lucky bashes off.
So we see Dragonite actually faring very well up against this OD on pretty much equal last hits. I mean, he does have very little mana to speak of, but he's got his bottle, so I guess he can actually... if he, yeah, one more Astral, and he doesn't even have a big enough mana pool to support one Breathe Fire when he has full mana. Centaur being a little harassed by this Maledict, but Centaur is extremely tanky. Mother. But yeah, Dragonite. I think this is where things get a little bit harder. OD's got 2 levels in the Astral Imprisonment. Kind of spam it freely now that he's got 2 levels in Essence Aura. You're going to lose a bit of mana, but not the end of the world. J-Pain farming very nicely, along with the Juggernaut, getting the majority of the last hits. I think something some people forget is Dragonite, he adds like a lot of lineups these days, I feel like lack a lot of pushing power. But DK in his ultimate form obviously offers a fair bit of siege damage, if need be. This ward hasn't. I like this ward here because it's it doesn't block the camp, but it gives you a lot of security to go up for those last hits, get some XP if need be. Double edge used to get a couple more last hits. He gets ensnared. Enigma, are you going to be in trouble? Only the one paralyzing cast. He hoof stomps Flood. Looks like he might actually get out of here. No boots, but here comes J-Pain. Couple more right clicks, and this is going to be the first blood. J-Pain getting the first blood on the Centaur.
Yeah, that was
time walk very nicely.
That was very well played by them. I mean, the Centaur getting a little bit greedy, thinking he could get a few last hits, disrupt the pool, but there's a really long-ranged ensnare from Flood.
Yeah.
Managing to catch him, and just a little bit of Maledict damage, and Void paying close attention, obviously nice communication, getting him into the jungle. And him getting the first blood.
He's got his Midas recipe as well.
Yeah, this is
going to be like a 5-minute Midas.
Yeah, very quick Midas. This is very good. He's last hitting very well at the same time.
So how's this Beastmaster doing? He's level 4 now, got that level 2 ball, so does a bit of damage. You can kind of like harass the supports out. Side ball coming in here. So Centaur's going to be a little bit careful. He's doing the build I like. I think he'll max the double edge. It gives you like it's 400 magic damage, max level, which is some significant damage. Dragonite. I saw him. He had 13 mana. Like I think it was 13 max mana.
13 mana, boy.
Yeah. So it's the power of the OD here.
Something I have come to appreciate when I've played Pudge mid against OD a fair few times when he used to be a bit of a bigger hero, and something that's quite nice. It does mean that one bottle sip can fill your entire mana pool, and when the intelligence steal eventually goes away, you will have a full mana pool just from one bottle sip. So.
Yeah, I guess there is the flip side there, but OD's got level 6, and whether he wants to start harassing this Dragonite down, get about half hit points, you then drop the hammer with the Sanity's Eclipse, you can kill someone very quickly who doesn't have very much intelligence. So I'd like to see him try and do that. He's gone for the hand of Midas though.
Yeah, I think this is quite nice. So OD's one of those sort of heroes that he's not really great at roaming around the map as much, because he's only really got his ultimate as a sort of big killing ability. So getting some farm on him, getting a lot more intelligence items, perhaps he'll, against like a Juggernaut who's going to run really fast, getting something like the Rod of Atos now, which gives you 30 int, which is a free Staff of Wizardry from it basically.
Yeah.
Could be quite interesting on him. I always thought it was quite a nice item.
Yeah. Another item is the Atos has been updated, so that gives you even more int.
What I just said.
Is it? Sorry, I was paying attention to the top lane. My bad. But yeah, actually, yeah. Also thinking about the Atos probably isn't the strongest item in this game because of Centaur Runner's Stampede. Did you also say that?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I just said it would be quite nice because yeah, the Jug runs really fast.
Yeah.
Generally, with like a Mask of Madness and Phase Boots. So.
Yeah. My bad. Not listening to my co-caster. That's a heinous crime. As we get a jump onto J-Pain on the Centaur, but the jump J-Pain using his Time Walk and Flood gets stunned up. But this aggression, it keeps Centaur on his toes, keeps him back. And this Midas came very early for the Faceless Void, so I think we're going to see him be able to have a good effect as the dire supports of Lion and Winter Wyvern rotating under the smoke. Trying on this OD, he's actually on 2/3 hit points, so a good rotation here could definitely spell his death. If Lion can get close enough for that Hex. Finn's on the wrong side. He spotted the smoke. The Stampede being used. The Hex stun missing though, but the Dragon Tail does not. Along with the Hex, but TP very quickly coming in from Naga Siren. Finn does go down for the last Dragon Breath. Or Breathe Fire. So that is, it's now 1-for-1. A pretty big kill on the OD, and that's going to secure DK level 8.
Yeah, that was interesting. I think the OD could have possibly imprisoned himself for, say, the Dragon Knight, and he might have been able to live, but
yeah,
he
I
just
feel
kept
like he
trying
should have got
to
out
juke
there.
away.
I feel like he could have got out there or used the Astral, but this may be one of the issues of picking up these heroes that isn't played much, as you yourself hasn't played it very much. So yeah, Centaur level 6 came in a timely fashion. Where'd the Witch Doctor go? Oh, he went back to base.
Juggernaut, he's getting where he hasn't gone from Midas. He's getting close to his Mask of Madness now. He's only what 500 gold off.
Yeah.
He might look to start trying to get kills on this Beastmaster when he gets that, especially with the Lion's help. But Gasper's playing it very safe at the moment. He's just sitting back, allowing his Hawk to scout out everything, but still staying in XP range, and he has got his level 6.
It's the same level as Centaur, so I think both offlaners doing actually pretty much equally. They've actually managed to get some really good levels. So it's something you like. Sometimes you don't see as these these offlaners. Like they can be sat at 9 minutes, only level 3, where the supports and manage to zone them out. But that hasn't happened so much this game, and that just happens sometimes. OD now finally get his Midas. Yeah, the trouble with OD, like you said, not great at ganking, and he's not very quick at farming either, so you really need this Midas to accelerate his levels and the gold as well. Although I feel like OD is a pretty good... I like to play him like aggressive, where you can get a couple of null talismans, a 4-staff. That's a lot of int to deal a lot of damage with your Arcane Orb and your ultimate. Early on.
Yeah, it's pretty good early on, but I suppose going with the Midas, he wants to just get some of the bigger items. Perhaps he wants to try and get an early Cypher Vice to deal with the Juggernaut and the DK.
Yep.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Something worth mentioning is with the Winter Wyvern, if you manage to cast that on OD and the Voiders are in the location in the AoE of the what's the spell called? Winter's Curse, you're in a lot of trouble actually, because he's a very low armor, low HP hero. Actually he's not low armor, he's got 7 armor, that's a lot, but yeah, low HP. Centaur, gonna be looking for that blink I think. But we more typically see Gasper go for that, the Necrobook over and above the blink, so... be interesting to see if he does go for that, as there are a bunch of TPs in. J-Pain does have all this, actually no, he has his chrono. He's gonna go, no, he doesn't go down to the Omni Slash, but he does go down to the Splinter's Blast. Gasper in a dangerous position as well, but in comes the hammer from OD, and the Song. And Flood in a good place, catching the two supports very low, and I think this is going to be their targets now. With the Arcane Orb, that's going to be 1 kill, 2nd kill, double kill now for Finn. And with the net on Mango, he's going to go down. That's going to be the kill stolen there by the Beastmaster. I'm sure triple kill would have been nice for Finn, but they did get the Faceless Void, but 3 go down on the side of Ventus.
Yeah, they got the Void, but the Juggernaut fell as well at the same time, and... yeah, well, he did manage to buy his Mask of Madness before he died, but yeah, the double kill for OD. He looks like he's going for a 4-staff. He's got his treads, and
yeah,
he's got the Ring of Regen. I can't imagine he'll be going for a mech. I know OD used to be really strong with the mech because that items could proc Essence Aura, but unfortunately they can't anymore.
Nah. that's pretty strong. Something I meant to mention about Winter Wyvern's skill build. Honestly, I think the majority cases maxing Splinter Blast over your Arctic Burn is better. Just the huge spam ability of Splinter's Blast on like a... wait. Does the cooldown not scale?
No, it's just an increased damage. But I think what's quite nice about leveling Arctic Burn up, Arctic Burn up is it increases the movement slow, which is really good when you're pressuring in lane. And
and Kiwi and Witch Doctor Flood in a lot of trouble here as Dragonite full 5-man rotation from the Dire side. Gonna yield just a single kill on a support. And now DK hit level 9, got a level in his Elder Dragon form. They're going to push towers now. This tower is probably going to fall without... there's no glyph. Meanwhile, Odie trying to push down the mid tower. Obviously, one man pushing is a lot slower. Beastmaster's gone bottom. Where's Void gone? Here he is. He's going to push bot as well. Maybe going to try and look for a trade. Are there TPs? No TP on DK, no TP on Centaur. There is a TP on the 2 supports. And they're going to go there now, along with the help from Juggernaut, who's got Omni Slash up again with his mom. They've got to watch out for that Faceless Void Chrono, though. Stampede being used to chase down someone mid. The Odie is in a lot of trouble, stunned up twice. Kiwi going to try and get his ultimate on off onto the Centaur now. The cast bouncing around in the back lines. In fact, okay. Raw was used on an illusion there, a DK illusion, but I guess they trade in the end, off lane for a mid laner. In comes Mango though. Mango number 5 using his Omni Slash. Picks off Kiwi who's on the Witch Doctor. Finger. Long range finger coming in from Dan there. 3-for-1 trade now. TP in from J-Pain. Uses the Chrono straight away, but Dragonite. 2 levels in the Dragon's Blood. 6 extra armor. You're not going to be able to kill off the DK, especially when there's a Winter Wyvern in the backlines.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And this is probably going to be another tower.
I was going to say something that's quite interesting is this Dragon Knight. Normally what normally happens is you level your Dragon Blood up to max, leaving your Dragon Tail at level 1, but this guy's Bunny's leveled it up to he's leveling it up to level 3 now. I mean, a 3.25 stun is pretty strong actually.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he feels like he's got the security with the Winter Wyvern to protect him from any of like the huge physical damage that might come his way. And I think, as we've seen, Silver Edge has become a very popular item. So that's built from a Shadow Blade and a Sange.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's an item that's really strong against a lot of carries, especially like Faceless Void, because it just disables backtrack and even the time lock. So
yeah, physical damage. Actually, no, it's 40% damage reduction. So that's physical and magical. This is something I didn't realise was part of it.
Break is such a good mechanic now.
Yeah.
Silver Edge, I think, is going to become one of the most bought of the new items. I think.
Yeah.
Just it's very nice for one of the sort of anti-carry builds and.
Odie got to be a little bit careful here, as he does get breathe fired on. No, it doesn't really sound right to say, does it? But
it is. I mean, the spell. DK was one of the first heroes, I suppose, in the game. The spell does what it says. You breathe fire.
Yep. There's 4 staff now completed for Odie. That will give him a lot of maneuverability around the fights to escape some of the ganks that might come his way, which Odie definitely lacks. But that 4 staff gives him that, plus some intelligence and regen.
Looks like Witch Doctor's rushing the Glimmer Cape.
Yeah, which is another one of these new items which provides invisibility, as there are some supports smoked up behind this DK. They're baiting this DK as OD goes in. They might be able to blow him up very quickly. There is the hammer if need be. Kiwi gets stunned up before he can use his ultimate. The Winter's Curse, dude. J-Pain in a lot of trouble. Fortunately, he can backtrack a lot of it. Chrono if he needs it. Witch Doctor's ultimate nicely kept out of the Chronosphere, as Witch Faceless Void does get out for now. Winter Wyvern caught out as well by the net. Well, no, he's not going to caught out by the net, because that was the line going down, but he does get killed by the axes flying through from Gasper. That bait kind of turned in.
I thought J-Pain was going to die there, but the Chrono came out at the very last moment and it was really good, allowing him to run quickly away from all the creeps and any danger.
So yeah, that was really nice done. I like the idea from Ventus to bait the Dragonite, but it just actually turned out that you can bait with one hero and have 2 behind them, but if their whole team is there to take the bait, you kind of lose that fight.
What was quite nice as well was OD didn't actually have to use sanities in that fight.
Yeah, very true.
He's still just packing out so much damage just with the amount of int he's got already.
DK with that Shadow Blade complete. Radiant doing the smart thing here and backing off from the tower, knowing that the whole event is up. They can go farm their jungle or do what they need to do. So an Ogre Club picked up by Faceless. He's got that Mom, so he's got the attack speed, so work towards that BKB. If people don't know, Winter's Curse, it goes... the target you cast it on, so it goes through BKB, but if someone has BKB active in the AoE around the target, they don't get affected. Please tell me I'm right there, I think. I
have no idea, I don't know how Winter Wyvern works.
Yeah, I'm actually very confident that's how it works. Because yeah, it does pierce spell immunity, but in the AoE it doesn't pierce spell immunity, I guess.
It looks like Naga might be going for the super medallion here with
What's that called again?
the sun medal or something, sunburst medal.
Let's have a look at the shop, shall we?
Ooh, it's a solar crest.
Yes, that's the one, Solar Crest. That was close enough.
But yeah, I think this is going to be really good with obviously the Witch Doctor ultimate. Witch Doctor has his Glimmer Cape now, so he's going to be able to cast that while he's channeling his ultimate. But with like a Void or something as well. I mean, obviously, one you could just add the evasion onto the Void, or you can reduce the armor of the other person by a huge amount. I think it's 10.
Oh, song coming out from Naga as they're trying to tower trade. They really want to try and get this tower. The Chrono is up though, and this is a lovely Chrono catching out 3. Line caught on the back line, does catch out J-Pain. Ultimate, actually, I don't know if that was used. Here comes the frozen stuff coming from the Winter Wyvern, and this is a bad fight for VIP. Doubtwood Vira using his 4 staff to try and get out. That's 3 down now for VIP. It looked like it was going to be a great fight for them. The hoof stomp not needed. In comes the Astronaut Peasant, hits on the centaur. The Jukes from Finn trying to get to his tower. One more right click though from the Juggernaut, secures the kill. It was Winter's Curse. The frozen thing was what I was trying to say, but yeah, the long range Earth Spike through the Chrono prevented any damage coming from the Void, and later on he just died. In fact, there was no Death Ward was used, but it didn't seem to last very long at all. I didn't see what cancelled it. Did you?
I think he might have got caught in the Winter's Curse attacking OD. But what was quite nice was that Juggernaut managed to spin when he was in Chrono, dealing a lot of damage to the Void, who OD has 1 level in his backtrack now.
Yeah. Maybe paying off. Ooh, Sendor taking a lot of damage here, the long range net, but there's plenty of backup. They were chilling. Cold Embrace, that's it. Healing the Centaur back up. Remember, it's percentage based. In fact, there's quite a lot of heals here on the dire side. There's Mango, number 5, staying behind. He doesn't have Omni Slash, but feeling confident they can maybe re-engage. No, maybe not. He's backing off now. His team's a bit low on health or mana. As the Lion, he's got his Blink Dagger, as you just pinged out.
Yep. Yeah. Dragon Knight's getting close to his Silver Edge now as well.
Oh, the mid tower did go down in the end, but it was a very costly trade for them. They lost the bottom tier 1 and the mid tier 2. That cross is awful. For just the mid tier tower. But Roshan now, the aim of the dire side, faces Void, activating that Mom. He's not far from his BKB, which will make a big difference in these fights. Doesn't look like the Dire are ready to contest this. Do they know it's happening? They don't have any wards. They may have suspected though.
They're sending a Centaur over there just to go check, I think, but the Hawk managed to scout him out. And
the Hawk might tell them that this is happening, but it's happened very quickly. And the Void with 2 lives now, level 2 ultimate as well. Do they look to go in on this? They actually have some vision here because of the Hawk. They should know that the Hawk's there. They did see it.
I feel like they should wait. Like Void has got his after he Midases this creep, he's got his BKB.
Midas, there we go.
What's going to be quite nice as well is this OD, in the last fight, his Sanities was just a base Sanities Eclipse damage, and the only int he has is from 4 staff and treads, but the next fight, he's going to have his full rod, which gives him an extra 30 intelligence, which, against Dragon Knight, Centaur, and Juggernaut, it's just going to do so much damage if Juggernaut, say, can't get the Blade Fury off before it comes down.
Yep. So Solar Crest now for Naga. To remind people at home what that might do. So it grants the user 30% evasion plus the armor. It's like a super medallion, but you can cast it on an ally to give them those stats. Or you can give it to an enemy and they'll lose armor and have a 30% mischance as well. Is it 30%?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I believe it's 30.
Big items for VIP now. Like we said, the BKB for Faceless Void, the Rod of Atos for the OD. He's got a lot more int now. As this smoke isn't really going to yield any kills for Ventus, but I guess it means they can push through. They got some aggressive wards down here, or an aggressive ward. Moving on, have a look at the vision. The Radiant, actually, they got a few wards. So they can see Roshan pretty well. There's some aggressive wards for the dire side. So some pretty good ward coverage from both sides. As, yeah, Dragon DK very close to that silver edge. Great for these, so I want to say like strength heroes that like getting a Shadow Blade. And even not just strength heroes, I guess it's pretty good for those other
well, some of the
heroes.
agi heroes it works so well just because it gives them more health at the same time. And I mean, Maim is not really seen like as really that big of a thing, but Maim is really big actually. If it procs and you're chasing someone down, just the slow on them.
So Radiant, they smoked up here. I think they know the Juggernaut's here, but Juggernaut being very clever and TPing out. Is he going to get out? Yes. Odie didn't quite see him, but they did see the fact that Odie revealed from nowhere. So once a smoke for both sides, not really yielding any kills. Although Juggernaut
they see that the Juggernaut is in the Ancient.
And here comes the Chronosphere. Juggernaut does get the spin off, so J-Pain's taking some damage. No, with the nice raw onto Winter Wyvern, but a very good stun coming out from Lion. But in fact, no, is the Juggernaut gone down? The Juggernaut is not actually dead. First, Winter Wyvern going down, Kiwi also going down. He does get a little bit of his ultimate off. Very chaotic fight as the hammer being dropped by OD. That did a lot of damage. And now a triple kill for Finn. Juggernaut, the only one getting out. I didn't even see how he got out before all that confusion.
Yeah, that was a huge ultimate from the OD, and I think that is where all of OD's power comes from. I mean, he's not really that good at taking towers. I mean, obviously all his damage comes from Arcane Orb and his ultimate. Neither of those do anything to towers, but he's good at killing heroes and he's good at killing the entire team in one spell. So
yeah, they grouped up nicely for him there. I didn't see, I didn't actually see what happened to the Juggernaut. I assume he got caught in the Chrono, but it didn't kill him, and then he must have only slashed.
Yeah, he ran when they were all on the just in the shop or at the top of the stairs. He omni slashed, and I think during the omni slash popped his Manta illusions and ran out.
Yeah, that was really chaotic. I was like, what is going on here? But yeah, Winter Wyvern got the raw. He actually, I feel like Winter Wyvern, if he was really quick, he could have maybe saved his Juggernaut a bit of pain by using the Winter's Curse on just the Void. Because like, even if you don't like get anyone in the AoE of it, it's still like a really good, just solid lockdown. It's not the biggest cooldown either. He did get one off in the end though.
I mean, he did manage to get a cold embrace onto the Juggernaut, which kept him. That kept him full during during Chrono, I think, just because it's kind of hard to when all the damage Void has is from his mom and a BKB. It's quite hard to get through all that health regen.
Yep. Beastmaster now got his Necro 1. If we look on the net worth, the 2 Radiant cores leading the way. In fact, Finn, he's really fat. He's pretty much got his BKB now, which is going to be very, very big. And as we have some lag coming our way. What's the quality of the stream look like? Not too bad, not too bad. Oh yes, I've got like my own little 2-minute delayed recap of what happened. Oh, it's the Omni Slash coming through there. But yeah, the hammer of the the Sanity's Eclipse did a lot. As the score 12-all, a very close game, I must say. XP and I imagine gold, just favouring VIP. I mean, a substantial amount, but not that huge.
It's fine, I can say that. I'm part Scottish.
So am I. How much part?
It's about a quarter, I'd probably say.
I'm a quarter Scottish as well.
I love Scotland. It's a very nice place.
Yeah. Went to the Loch Ness,
Alright, yeah.
whatever that loch is called. Loch Ness, it must be called. And like it was, we went there for 1 week in Scotland, and it was like the best weather you'll ever have. And like in England, it was rainy and horrible and cold, and we were like boiling, like in shorts and t-shirts in Scotland.
Are you sure you're in Scotland?
We were at Loch Ness. Didn't see Nessie though. Though I did buy some like these cute little Loch Ness monster, sort of like clay models with like crazy eyes. That's pretty cool. But the game's restarted, so enough of Scotland. and their frying of things, and the lovely weather that's always there. Juggernaut level 15, nearly 16, so that level 3 Omni Slash. It's interesting to see the skill build he's gone. So he's gone mostly in stats, which is pretty interesting.
He's obviously still sticking to the old ways.
Yeah, I still think it's pretty strong. What I'm quite curious is about why he's got 2 levels in Blade Fury. I guess he might have had 2 from the laning stage, or just to reduce the cooldown a bit, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure. He might have just started to level things up again.
So now he's got the Manta Style. Do you think he'll go for the Skadi? Tank up a bit?
Yeah, he's got the Orb of Venom on the courier, and he's got an ultimate orb.
Yeah, as this DK finally finished his... Yeah, he's got his Silver Edge now. It's a pretty big deal here. As actually the top lane was being pushed in. Yeah, sure. Juggernaut looking for a kill, maybe from someone who's wandering too far into the Radiant jungle. He's got his Omni Slash and an invisibility rune, but I don't think anyone's falling for it. As maybe a smoke up from the Radiant side. They've definitely grouped up now. That full BKB nearly ready for the OD. Gonna be a pretty big deal against some of the stuns and the lockdown.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege.
Oh, as we see a jump now from... So I was just reading a message, and that line went down really quick, but that is a chrono for a support. The song coming in from Naga Siren. Great job there from Naga. Sorry for the lull there I had, and she uses the song, but actually the Stampede gonna be able to catch up with Naga Siren. Is there the blink on the stat? Yeah, there was the blink on the Centaur. He's had that for a while, must have missed that. The Witch Doctor though, he's got his cask and his ultimate, and the Sanity is eclipsed, hitting to Outworld Devourer, getting caught by the Winter's Curse. J-Pain using his ultimate now though, and a full-length Witch Doctor ultimate. It's gonna do some serious damage. It's 4 down for Ventus, and no one died on the side of VPS. Dragon Knight trying to get away very quickly, a time walk up in 2 seconds, but he's got the Silver Edge to get away. A huge fight for VIP. This is going to lead to a tower at least.
I just got back to see everyone melting. That was insane.
Once again, another huge dunk from OD. The Winter's Curse, once again, not quite finishing off its target or locking someone down long enough.
Dire's middle tower has been destroyed.
So
yeah, OD is just I think he's always been a really strong hero. It's just he doesn't normally offer a great deal in terms of taking powers and.
The whole event.
But when he gets those ultimates off, they're quite powerful.
Yeah,
Silver Edge from Dragon Knight. It looks like they're going to be trying to hunt down this Void, who's actually gone to farm the camp.
Oh, the dust being used. Was that the dust? Yeah, the dust being used by Flood. Very good game sense there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think they saw the Silver Edge being used as they were running away from the high ground, and just wanted to make sure that the Void was safe. Who is that? His full Mjolnir? No, he's just bought the recipes.
Yeah.
He's 400 off it.
So yeah, this OD. I think the thing with OD is like, if he has a good mid lane, or even just like an average mid lane, gets that Midas at a decent time, he can actually work as well if he itemizes properly, and the team fights well. He actually does a great job. But the trouble is, like, these strong mid heroes like Storm Spirit, stuff like that, or just some rotations from the supports, and he can have such a really bad game. And once you're behind with OD, it's really hard to come back.
Yeah, I mean, OD is obviously very easy to gank. The only thing he's got to stop it is Astral Imprisonment, and half the time that's just using it to you just stand there a few more seconds and takes a little longer for you to die. But
I also want to point out Dan. I really like the fact that he's got a Mango, because if he uses his ultimate and his Earth Spike, that's most of his mana pool. So he might not actually be able to get a full combo off in a team fight, especially if he's missing a little bit of mana before that. But there's smoke up from the Radiant side. The jump in from the Face Void does catch out the Juggernaut. No Stampede. Is Stampede going to be needed to be used? But the net and everything else. Finn now dominating, getting that last hit onto Mango number 5. Roshan not respawning for another minute, guys. I'm sorry about that. They're not going to be able to take that, would they? They would have loved to. Necro 3 now for Beastmaster. I guess the Necro units, they give that True Sight, which is pretty strong against the DK if he's going to run away or looking to initiate.
I think what I'd like to see from this OD is, I think if he picks up a Shivas next, I think this is going to be huge. Just the obviously the armor debuff that it gives. He gives him a lot of intelligence, and the armor debuff and the attack slow against the Juggernaut and the DK just going to be so strong.
Winter Wyvern working towards that mech. He's still a little way off of it though. Only level 10, so it's only a level 1 ultimate. Yeah. I do like Splinter's Blast is great. The range on it is massive. I don't know if we can... Yeah, we can see it, so it's great for anti-pushing, for clearing creep waves if you need to, but as we say this, the Radiant, all 5 of them here actually, they were trying to do some damage to this tower, but deciding to back off now, I think. They're going to spot the Roshan is up any minute now, well, any second now actually.
The thing is, there is the ward up here from Ventus that does see them moving back, so they may think that they've gone into the Roche pit. And
Roshan respawns. This gets seen by the Hawk, and I'm pretty sure Ventus will want to contest this. Level 3 Omni Slash for the Juggernaut.
I mean, if they can get a nice initiation from the Centaur, stomping on them, if they do decide to go for this, but they're not. They're waiting for them to move on them in the Roche pit, it seems.
Oh, Faces Void. They're looking to Radiant, getting aggressive. They know they're ahead in this game. If they can catch out Juggernaut again, no, only catches the Winter Wyvern, but it's still a pretty big target. Using the BKB, very timely after the Faces Void. Chasing after the Lion, but Juggernaut is the bigger target. He has the Omni Slash, uses the spin to get away. So it's just the Winter Wyvern down for the Chrono, but this might make them feel safe enough to go towards that Roshan and get the Aegis.
So unfortunately, he almost managed to catch the Lion in that Chronosphere, but
I'm sure he would have loved to get the Juggernaut, but hey.
And they're going for the Roshan. Yeah, this is going to be taken very quickly. There's nothing Ventus can do to stop this.
No. With the Mom on the Faceless Void and the Mjolnir, it's got serious attack speed, serious bashes. Beastmaster with his units as well, and the Solar Crest minusing the armor of Roshan.
And you got to remember the ball with the attack slow as well.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
Pretty strong. And I think this is where like the Earthshaker would be a really strong pick, and that's why they banned it. Because with the Naga, the units coming from the Beastmaster, once again the Radiant wanting to siege the base, Chronosphere up in 30 seconds, but the rest of the ultimates are there. So yeah, I think the Dire, they need a really good Winter's Curse in with a good stomp. That could definitely change the team fight around. Dragon Knight can get his damage off with the Elder Dragon form as well. Hopefully apply the break. But as we see Mango Mango does have a TP scroll. But he's doing the smart thing at the moment, I think, pushing the top tower on the Radiant side. He'll TP back when his team needs him. These illusions coming out from Naga, doing some work. Naga, what's she got? She's going for that mechanism, it looks like. And the jump in with the Chrono. Catches out the Winter Wyvern, catches the Lion. The stomp being cancelled for some reason, so he doesn't get that off. The Roar onto the Centaur War Runner, and the Hammer being dropped. Omni Slash does come off. Kiwi on the Witch Doctor doesn't get hit again by it. Mango going down. Another big fight. 4-0, and GG's called by quest text. Wow, that was a quick GG, but I think this game was in the bag for VIP here with this big team fight.
Yeah, they didn't really have the team fight to handle it, and the OD was just instantly killing a couple of members of their team. It's quite disgusting, really. But yeah, I mean, I suppose that's part of the power of drafting the heroes that no one's really played against for a while.
Yeah, I think I mean, like we said, VIP's draft. I think both teams played well, but the draft from VIP, the team fight was just much more than Ventus's lineup, which I just don't see like the objective of Ventus's lineup, what they were trying to achieve with it.
No, it seems like they've got heroes on them, which I think they're probably all strong at, but I don't know. They don't really seem to work as well together. Like they just survive quite a while, and they have a little bit of lockdown, but there was just no team fight apart from really Stampede.
So yeah, that's game 1 of this best of 5 grand finals of VIP versus Ventus for the HCon.TV Casual Cup. I'm sure the next game will be starting extremely soon, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, any thoughts or comments of the game, please let us know in Twitch. I'll respond to those and stuff. But yeah, a great first game, VIP with a better team fight. And we'll look to see Ventus try and take game 2 with their own comeback, I think. So yeah, see you guys in a bit.
Oh, Disco's getting annoyed at Dan again.
Hold on, I'm just gonna.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Radiance pick.
Zeus.
Dyer's pick.
I'm back.
We can get started with this. So, game 2, VIP versus Ventus, the grand final. Best of 5 for the HCon.TV
10
Casual
seconds
Cup.
to go.
Dota 2. First game went VIP's way with a superior team fight. I think it was a pretty close game, and I wasn't sure who was going to win
Reserve
until I just
time.
I've completely lost my trail of thought. Yeah, VIP did a great team fight. Great team fight. I mean, it was close up until about 30 minutes, and then a couple of team fights going the way of VIP, and they just got out of control with a strong OD, which we haven't seen before. The surprise pick definitely seemed to work, and I feel like the Winter Wyvern on the other side, played by Ventus, was a little lackluster. But I don't know. I think it primarily came down to the fact that VIP had a great team fight and a more solid draft than Ventus did. But this is game 2, and Ventus will definitely be looking to take revenge in game 2. VIP banning out the Night Stalk and the Winter Wyvern. Clearly they didn't enjoy playing against the Winter Wyvern. Pretty strong hero. Night Stalker, great hero for giving you vision. Whereas Ventus definitely didn't seem to like not like playing against that Beastmaster, so straight away banning him out. And once again, I feel like this is a respect ban of the Broodmother. So banning 2 offlane heroes. But onto the picks now. Straight away, Ventus picked up the Zeus. Strong mid laner normally picked. Can be played as a support, but I feel like whenever I've seen a Zeus in a game, he's done really well.
Yeah, Zeus is really strong. Just the Thundergod's Wrath is really good, and Ventus they're obviously addressing what they were lacking last game in teamfight by picking 2 teamfight heroes here. But, what's quite nice is the VIP picking up the Ancient Apparition, which is another one of those heroes that isn't really seen a great deal.
Radiant team banned.
Ancient Apparition is a really fun hero. I love playing him, and I think this could, if you see an AA, you might think it's going to be an aggro try. Chilling Touch is such a good spell in the early game, giving you that extra pure damage. And the attack slow doesn't really matter that much.
5 seconds.
Yeah, Queen of Pain, another one of those. It's just a really solid hero at the moment. Just
Reserve time.
a really high damaging pure ultimate.
Yeah,
A lot of mobility. And,
we've seen Quap
yeah.
banned an awful lot, actually, so I think this is the first time it's got through. Or at least, you know, one of the rare times that Queen of Pain has got through, so they're happy to pick that up. Very versatile, can be played in mid. Actually pretty solid, sort of like solo laner. So if they were to do an aggro try like they've got the Ancient Apparition for, maybe she can go solo safe lane. Ventus picking up the Tide, a hero that seems to have been forgotten but has an awesome ultimate. With the Ravage. Long cooldown, but still, great team fight.
This pick here, the Rubik, I think they see that they want team fight, especially with the Void ban. Void is very good at stopping team fight from happening, and the Centaur, but the Rubik being able to steal their spells, but also what's quite nice with the Rubik and the Ancient Apparition is the Telekinesis is a really nice setup for Cold Feet to proc.
Yeah, so you use the Cold Feet, pick them up, bring them back. That's really the majority of the time needed for the Cold Feet to proc. But Ventus picking up the Disruptor. Another strong team fight, but some more good spells for Rubik to steal. Quickly going to go through the bans. VIP banned out the Slark and the Lion. They banned out Slark last time, I guess just a strong hero that they don't want to play against. And Ventus banning out that Void did a really good job. J Payne played a very good Void there. And Centaur is also banned by Ventus. I guess we should talk about MVP of the last game. We always do this, but kind of forget to do it.
I've got to say probably the OD. He just the sheer amount of damage he managed to get and the amount of items he managed to find.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think OD was a very strong pick there.
Well, I think the support Naga did also do. I think Flood has played so far. Most of the supports I've seen Flood playing, even when they've lost the game, he's had a really solid performance.
I think Flood is a fantastic player. The sort of like the AoE control heroes, he's always spot on with them, getting those ultimates off in the right timing. So VIP, they picked up their 3 heroes pretty quickly, so did Ventus actually, but looking like they want to deliberate a bit more about this 4th pick. They go with the Phoenix. Exciting stuff here. I guess probably not an aggro try, although Phoenix, once again, a hero that does pretty well in a 1v1 situation, so especially against Tide, I think Phoenix would win against a Tide offlane.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix is quite nice here with the fact that none of these heroes are really that good at destroying the egg, but
not at all.
And obviously, when they're throwing that, unless Phoenix gets caught by a static storm, he's going to be able to supernova, and it's just going to. None of their ults are going to affect it at all either.
Yeah. I also think one of the more underrated features of like the Phoenix ultimate is it calls, like if you're trying to destroy it, it causes like the whole team to group up around it. So the Phoenix egg might go down, but then you've got a big setup for your Queen of Pain ultis, Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast. Yeah. But yeah, both teams looking towards this more team fight orientated. Ventus before didn't seem to have like a clear goal or strategy in mind, or not that I could see anyway, but with that Silencer pickup, Ventus are just going to team fight, team fight, team fight, and Silencer, great hero against Phoenix. You see him dive in, you're like ultimate, and you're not going to get your supernova off, but yeah, it will be interesting to see. I think sometimes if you focus too much on team fight, you just have no. The other team can be clever enough and just split push you.
Radiance ban.
And actually,
Yeah, the other team could just split push you, or they might be able to get some sort of late game hero that can fight during the mid game and survive.
yeah.
10
But
seconds
Drow banned out by
to go.
VIP. That's an interesting ban, don't you think?
5 seconds.
Like, I don't think Drow has been played for not in this tournament yet, or at least not that I can remember. I'm sure it might have been played once or twice, but I'm not really sure how much like really. Maybe they know someone on Ventus that can play it well, or they just don't want to play against it. But I think it would be a strange pickup. But Ventus banning out that PL. The PL pretty good at split pushing, and J Payne does play a mean ogreish kind of thing. The PL. In fact, PL's based off of
Radiance pick.
a player from Final Fantasy X. If you ever played that game. But the Huskar being picked up by VIP, and once again Ventus going for team fight with the Spectre. I think Huskar's a good pickup here because obviously he's got huge magic resistance.
It's also another one of those heroes that you just don't see, and I think he can be played in the right hands. He's a really strong hero.
Oh yeah, definitely, and you can sort of like completely snowball out of control and not take any damage from the enemy team. So yeah, looks like it's gonna be a carry Huskar because that'll be J Payne's hero. Whereas yeah, so Ventus looking like do the sort of almost a 4 protect 1 strat, but the great thing about Spectre is you can farm while your allies are off, ganking or whatever, and then
10 seconds to
straight
go.
away you can sort of haunt in and join the team fight, and suddenly it's a 5v5. So quickly from the get-go, who do you think's who's got this
I'd get
game?
ready if I were you.
I don't know, if they can get everything off, Ventus's team fight can just completely destroy VIP.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but I think this Huskar is a really, really good pickup, and it could seriously wreck the side of Ventus. But as teams are moving out, we'll quickly introduce who's playing what hero. So on the Radiant side, that is Team Ventus, we have Dan, the stand-in man, playing Silencer. Mango number 5 playing the carry Spectre. We have Questex on the support Disruptor. Bunny on the mid Zeus, and the off lane being played by Enigma Tidehunter.
And for VIP, we have Gasper on the offlane
30
Phoenix.
seconds to battle.
We have Finn on the Queen of Pain. J Payne, playing the Huskar. Flood on the Rubik, and Kiwi playing the Ancient Apparition.
That's funny because when they selected heroes in the drafting screen, Flood was the one playing Ancient Apparition. But anyway, maybe confuse the enemy as the dire side, that is VIP. They're going to just take the top rune. Tidehunter's going to see this and not going to contest this at all, whereas same story on the side, no swooping in from the Phoenix to try and steal that rune.
I was going to say, it's quite interesting. I think it's really cool is the Phoenix just started with a mango. And this obviously isn't for the mana, but just the early HP regen that the Phoenix can get just will possibly allow for a little bit more harass from his spells.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, mana is sometimes a little issue when you've got, you cast Fire Spirits a couple of times, but yeah, the extra HP regen may make the difference in this lane. He does get the block off to allow the range creep further forward, so he's going to be able to hopefully get a couple of levels from this, a couple of creep waves coming his way. No team has used Observer Wards or Sentry Wards to block the pull camp, so both supports happy to pull when they want to. A slightly more defensive ward, I think, from the Tidehunter. So, in the mid lane though, this is probably a matchup you don't see too much. Huskar being played by J Payne. J Payne normally the carry hero, but going mid this time, up against the Zeus. I guess on paper Huskar should win this lane, just because of the Berserker's Blood and the extra magic resist.
I mean, it takes a little while. I mean, Huskar has to get levels to level up the
true.
Berserker's Blood, because otherwise Zeus just has a lot of power early on with the lightning bolt, and but when Huskar hits level 6, I think Zeus is probably gonna die.
Yeah. So yeah, Zeus probably going to win this earlier on, but then when J Payne on the Huskar gets some levels, he's probably going to dominate that lane a bit. Zeus maybe look to rotate and get some kills at that point. Phoenix being harassed out a bit, use this as a dive to dispel the Curse of the Silent. So yeah, Spectre in this game. Spectre's really good against Huskar, especially once you've got the farm. Rubik trying to disrupt this stacking from the Tidehunter. Tidehunter, I guess, feels like he's just not going to get anything from the lane anyway. And Zeus got his bottle now. I guess Huskar, you don't really go bottle because you don't use mana, so there's not much point. He's got a stick though, which is kind of essential against the Zeus, who can spam out lots of spells. As Rubik moving into this mid lane, they might try and get some early kills on the Zeus if Zeus is silly enough to step up, but he sees Flood moving in, played by the Rubik. Oh, on the Rubik moving in. Gasper trying to get some extra damage on there.
Phoenix is getting a little bit of harass onto the silencer here. Just diving onto him, burning him a little bit. And
Silencer doesn't have much regen, being pulled some tangos from his fellow disruptor. Good old friendship, yeah. But the Spectre I think could be very potent come the late game because his Desolate will go through the magic resistance of the Huskar, and also the dispersion as well.
Yeah, I mean, also Huskar's just not great at dealing with illusions in the end. But I don't know, if he can start to snowball, he can get quite a bit of damage up in. He can get early items, and Huskar's really strong in the early mid game.
Yeah, I think from what I see anyway so far from this game is if VIP get a good early game, get some good rotations from the Huskar, get some early kills, shut down the Spectre, they've got this game. But if the Spectre gets space, this game goes to 50 minutes or something, refresher on Tide, there's really nothing I think VIP can do about it. So I think it's all early mid game for VIP. They don't succeed in that. I think they've lost the game. But we'll see how this game pans out. As both carries farming up pretty safely. In fact, yeah, it's a thing to mention. It's a carry. Well, I say carry. It's a safe lane farming Queen of Pain. So if you get like a quick Orchid or something, shut down that Zeus or maybe a fast Ags if you're so inclined. You do pretty good stuff with that. And Zeus has had to resort to Bottle Crow. But he did get himself a nice regen rune, so he's on full health and mana. Huskar level 6 though, so out-leveling the Zeus by a whole level. His last hits have shot up and the Zeuses have gone down the last time I checked. The Zeus was in the lead, but Huskar getting all these last hits now, not having to worry about the magic damage from Zeus.
Yeah, this Rubik's been playing very well so far. I mean, Flood, he's only level 2, but he's gone and blocked the Ancients, so Tide can't go stack them. He's taking the top runes as well. And he's just every so often showing himself up in mid, making the Zeus scared and forcing him to drop back to his tower.
Yep. This Tidehunter is pretty low here actually. He's taking a lot of harass from the Queen of Pain from the Shadow Strike. Only the 1 level in Shadow Strike though. Flood showing his displeasure from being bored. Only level 2, but
they're throwing a lot of spells onto this Phoenix, but he manages to just get out. Although he didn't, because he was silenced, he couldn't cancel the Icarus dive. And I think if Questex and Dan were a little bit more awake and realised that he couldn't have cancelled it, they would have actually been able to kill him.
I guess you assume obviously the Phoenix is just going to dive out of the way, but does it force him back to base now? He's level 4, whereas the off-lane Tide, he's level 3. Has to go back to base, and he's TPing mid. He's going to try and pull at the the 50-minute mark, 50-second mark, but obviously it's not going to be successful because of the Sentry Ward. And I think sometimes the Ancient's a little hard to stack, so you're like, oh, I must have just missed the pull timing, instead of thinking, oh wait, it's blocked. And it is going to be blocked here. That would have been good pull, but as we can see, no respawning creeps there, and an invis for Huskar. This might lead to a kill. if Zeus isn't careful. He does have level 6. I guess Heskar is low, but the max Berserker's blood. Did they see that? Oh no, they saw it, didn't they? Because they got the ward down here.
I think Huskar could still. He'll probably, if he jumps on the Zeus, it might be a 1-for-1 trade, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe. But Zeus doing a very smart thing in hiding. Yeah, Huskar, I guess now he's going to go for the urn. He's nearly got that. And now that J-Pain's revealed himself, he's happy to. Zeus happy to show his face again.
I think after this many last hits early on, I think he's earned it. So. That joke will never get old.
No. And here's the jump from J-Pain. Zeus is in a lot of trouble here. Huskar's not going to take any magic damage now, but the physical damage from the tower, J-Pain gets the first damage, does get the first blood, but Huskar does go down. So 1-for-1 trade, but definitely worth it for the mid lane. Huskar getting the XP and the gold for the first blood bounty. Yeah, you were right there, actually. You called that perfectly. It's definitely something you need to watch out for, is that tower damage.
Yeah, I mean, he can survive the damage a little bit, but it's still going to tick him over when he's not got a lot of health early on.
Yeah, you're right. TPN, yes, Huskar coming back. Flood gonna try and lift up the Zeus. Is there the jump available? Life Break is not in range. Yeah, it was just in range. That was very far range, actually. Zeus, once again, J-Pain taking a lot of damage from the tower, but he's gonna get out of here. Is he? The Spectre haunts him, trying to catch out J-Pain. Using the Spectral Dragon, trying to chase up to him. J-Pain earns himself, but that's gonna be dispelled. One more right click from the Spectre, and he's down. That was a rotation from the Spectre, but once again, a 1-for-1 trade. And a good kill for the Spectre.
I think what would have been interesting there from the Huskar is if he just turned around and life break onto the Spectre and throw a few more spears onto her.
Yeah, the life break. What's the cooldown on life break? 12 seconds. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, and I mean with the burning spears as well, just because he was so low on health, his attack speed was through the roof. He might have actually been able to kill the Spectre after he died with burning.
Yeah. I guess he was just hoping to try and get away, but this did give some space for the supports on both sides to get some levels. Rubik now nearly level 5. The ultimate coming from the Zeus, was that just a scouting one? Or he was maybe he was just back at base and he had the regen, so he was like, well, might as well use it. Don't think I'm gonna use it again.
I mean, he could have just sneezed as well, maybe. Just accidentally pressed.
Whoops! I was more thinking of actually like Zeus just sneezing, and that's what happens. But Ancient Apparition, he's been getting dual experience with the Queen of Pain because Rubik's been away, so he's level 5, 5.5. Queen of Pain, Sonic Wave available, and with the Oblivion Staff, we'll definitely be looking to go for that Orchid. And I think Orchid's a pretty strong choice, actually. It means you can pretty much blow up anyone, and due to the heavy spellcasters on the side of Ventus, you can shut one of them down with the Orchid.
I mean, all she has to do is jump on pretty much anyone other than the Spectre or the Tide, and they're probably going to die if they get silenced.
Yeah, and I like how Flood has been sticking with J-Pain in the mid lane, because this means Zeus just can't get up close, because he's dead if he comes up, if he gets lifted. In fact, if he comes in the range of the life break again, he is dead.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Yeah, I mean, when Zeus doesn't have his ultimate up, it's just really vulnerable, because then he just lacks the amount of magic burst just to bring the Huskar down.
And now that J-Pain, he's got his Morbid Mask, probably going to build into a Helm of the Dominator. As we see Tidehunter now level 6, going to try and farm up these Ancients, but Rubik does see this within his Overwatch. I think he's going to sit for XP, actually. What's XP range again?
I'm not actually sure. But I mean, he's also disrupting this, and Hyde doesn't really have the levels to take these Ancients fully yet.
Oh, the Lightning Bolt is going to try and scout out the Rubik. The Ravage being used to keep J-Pain at bay, but the Burning Spear is going to do their work, and he's going to get away. Dan jumping, trying to get the Curse of the Last Word in, but it's only going to slow, not disarm. Spectre Haunt tried to be, well, was used, but Huskar going to get away with enough hit points.
The Curse of the Silent there literally did 3 points of damage to the Huskar. That was insane.
Oh, Phoenix diving in up onto the high ground, actually, so they can't chase this very much. But with Phoenix the Supernova, they want to fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he just walks down, gets some fire spirits.
There's the life break on Disruptor. In fact, straight away using the Phoenix Sun just to secure the kill, I guess. I feel like they probably didn't even need it, but why not be sure about it? Zeus is here. He's got the Thunder God's Wrath if he wants to use it. Is he going to Lightning Bolt onto the high ground? J-Pain and Gasper taking these Ancients, but they got to be really careful. One Thunderbolt and a Thunder God's Wrath on Phoenix would kill him. A blast coming in, hits on Simba. Tidehunter goes down. I didn't realise Rubik had stolen Thunder Lightning Bolt, and with the level 3 Fade Bolt was enough to tick him down, so the Tidehunter shattered.
Yeah, the instant casting Light Bolt is quite horrifying. Just 350 damage nuke. And obviously they've just dewarded the fresh wards that were put there by Ventus.
We see Queen of Pain rotating in now. He's been got 77 last hits at 12 minutes. This is some very good last hitting there from Finn. They want to maybe pressure down this tower. Okay. Zeus got a haste. He's got a stuff of wizardry. I guess he's going for that 4-staff. But 4-staff ain't gonna help you against the life break. Unless I guess you could use it afterwards, but with Huskar being ranged.
Something that's quite nice to do is you can almost bait a Huskar to jump onto you, and then you 4-staff into your team, and it causes him to fly into them.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And once again, Huskar here. On the bridge here, does see that Zeus, the AO gonna come in, it's gonna clip him, but it's not gonna do the initial damage, but this should be enough. Zeus using the ultimate to get away. Life break, not in range. So, actually there's 3 heroes now for the Dire, trying to pressure down this tower, but they've been having too much success. Tidehunter just Ravage, just come off cooldown, so whether the Radiant side, the Phoenix Tech being used on the bottom lane, they're trying to destroy it, but they're not going to be able to in time, are they? Yeah, one more right click, and Spectre gets the kill, just about. Rotating the Disruptor in. And also a TP in from Zeus. I guess actually they saw the Dire rotations here. Once again, and we've seen this before, this ward here, Luke, is doesn't get dewarded if you place a sentry down here. And it still gives you vision all through here.
Yeah, I really like that ward. It's a really nice place. Just, you don't expect it, and it still gives enough vision to see rotations.
Yep. A blast coming in. The ice blast is going to hit on the Tidehunter. Rubik is really deep. I don't think he saw all these heroes here. Nearly picked off the Zeus. I guess he was hoping to do the combo that he did before, but Tidehunter not going to tick down. So kind of throwing off his life away. Me saying that it's not dewarded, but by placing the sentry ward a little higher up than normal, it does get dewarded. I guess they knew that there was a ward there because of the ice blasts that came in.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Yeah, I mean, that was unfortunate for Rubik. Just because that is one of the downsides of that ward, is it only gives vision of like the little channel.
Yeah.
Be interested to see what item is Huskar picking up. He's got a Helm of Iron Wheel. Okay, so he's going to be going for the armlet next.
Alright, yeah. Kind of like an essential item on Huskar, I feel. I mean, he's just even more survivable with that armlet toggling while still on like low HP. What's his Spectre? Spectre's got 2,800 gold now. So I guess he's going to attempt to go for the Radiance. I mean, he could still get it in a fairly decent time as J-Pain spots out the Disruptor. He doesn't want the Disruptor though. Ice Blast flying in to the bot lane. It's not going to hit on anyone. But Huskar kind of just has free roamer. He can go wherever he wants and people move out of his way.
He might be able to find the Spectre, but I mean there is a Disruptor there as well, so have to be careful. But no,
he's going to go down. He does have the global, but it's not going to be enough. Curse of the Silence stolen, but not the biggest spell in the world.
Bottom tower is under siege.
I have a feeling the stream might have just gone funny, but we're all back up and running again, I think.
Yeah, I mean this is this is what you need to do as a Huskar. You just need to start running around, making yourself known, getting kills.
And I feel like I'm going to have a look at the XP graph and stuff now. Like I thought, yeah, VIP are ahead, but are they ahead enough for when this Spectre gets the Radiance, if he does go for the Radiance in the end? That they're far enough ahead for the team fight as a bunch of TPs come in mid, the Ice Blast flying... Actually, it flew through, I think.
J-Pain looking for the life break onto the Zeus, but managing to get away fast enough. And Zeus, without even upgrading his boots, is going for the straight Aghanims, and I don't feel this is that good an idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not sure either.
Perhaps with all their team fight, going for the early Veil may have been better if you wanted to rush one of those sort of items.
But like we said, I guess the full stuff doesn't really do it, and Flood blocks in J-Pain, so he can't get through with this haste. He's going to jump on someone. It is the Disruptor. Static Storm could be placed down if he wants to. It is being used. Ice Blast coming through. J-Pain not actually being caught out by the static field. He's low. The Spectre Illusion is going to kill him off. So actually, in fact, where did the Queen of Pain? Queen of Pain died as well. Phoenix very low. Had to use Supernova on the top lane because of the Thunder God's Wrath, I think. And Rubik goes down as well. Things turning around for Ventus here. What looked like arguably an overextension there from the dire side of VIP.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those classic cases of you feel like you're ahead, but you're not that ahead, and they do have ways of dealing with you.
Yep. Yeah, Gasper had to use the ultimate there. I don't know whether he was using that just very defensively, or so just on reaction. I was like, oh god, I'm really low. I need to use my ultimate. Ice Blast flying through. It's going to hit a lot of people here. Hits 3 on the side of Ventus, but they're back up quick enough. Oh, Sonic Wave coming through. Does clip 2 or 3 there, but once again, the shattered distance it's not going to be enough. But the full Orchid now for the Queen of Pain. But without Sonic Wave, a lot of their team fight is gone. No Supernova either. But it doesn't look like the Radiant, they're all a bit low to defend this tower. Glyph used, but I think that's going to be the end of it. How close are we to that Radiance? The Relic up in 40 gold. So yeah, I think once you got the Relic, you can kind of happily go for that Radiance. I think probably a 22, 23 minute Radiance. Unless he gets a couple more kills, where it might be about 20 minutes.
Although, what could be interesting is if...
Flood's dead, I think. Oh no, he's not with the... Oh, he is dead. In fact, throwing out the Thunder God's Wrath just to make sure, but with the max level last word, it deals 300 damage, a significant amount. But he did get a ward down, but they know it's here. So they're going to de-ward it with a Thunderbolt in a minute, I think. Or a Lightning Bolt.
And that's the Relic bought for Spectre. And she's only 1,000 off the but the Queen of Pain manages to jump on her. Doesn't Orchid her, actually. I think that might be a mistake. I think she's gonna live.
Yeah, that Orchid would have been enough. Stop the Spectral Dagger and a couple more right clicks and easy death on the Spectre. So yeah, slight mistake coming there. Maybe forgetting it had the Orchid, or maybe feeling like didn't need to use it, but definite mistake coming there.
Yeah, I mean, I think even just the Soul Burn would have...
Yeah, the Soul Burn, yeah.
But I mean, perhaps just a little bit eager, just jumping in, just trying to throw as much damage out as possible.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see what Huskar gets next. I'm presuming a BKB is his next item.
Do you really go for a BKB?
On Huskar? Yeah, I think because it stops you taking damage from Life Break, I believe. Or it's also just really good against Ventus. Just if the Huskar can run around in the middle of all of their team fight, and not get sunned up.
Ooh, J-Pain looking for someone to jump on with that Life Break. But in fact, interesting to note, the Disruptor's not gone for Max Glimpse. He's got an extra level in the Thunderstrike, which is a little unorthodox these days, but I mean, he's only level 8. Ice Blast flying through, gonna catch the Disruptor. He's very low. Life Break might be the target. Sonic Wave misses! It's a whiff, and here comes the Disruptor ulti along with the Ravage. It's gonna catch out a lot of people. There's gonna be a full retreat by VIP. They're all extremely low. The Phoenix Sun was used, but the Thunder God's Wrath is a massive kill, and the egg gets destroyed as well. Only Kiwi on the Ancient Apparition surviving on the side of Midas. Here comes the Glimpse back. Disruptor probably going to get... No, it doesn't get the kill because Zeus steals it or secures it with the Lightning Bolt. Once again, VIP diving behind towers and finding their death. It was a very close fight, as we can all see that Ventus are very low.
Yeah, that was really bad for VIP. They They were just trying to chase a kill on a disruptor, and you don't really want to be jumping into Ventus, really. Just they have so much team fight.
The Ravage with the Ravage did a lot of damage. Then a couple of them got caught in the Static Storm, and with the Thunder God's Wrath from Zeus, that was pretty much over. So yeah, VIP definitely being over aggressive this game, and it's currently 14 for 7, 21 minutes in. Ice Blast flying through. They're gonna try and catch the Zeus, but even if it does catch him, it's not gonna kill him. And we kind of said this Axe was a bad idea, but that sort of damage wouldn't happen if you didn't have the Axe.
He got the Axe after the fight.
Did he? Oh, okay. My bad. Well, it's just going to boost his damage now, so...
I mean, it's a lot of damage early on. I suppose it's kind of like getting the early Ags on the Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
And Spectre does have the Radiance now. I think this...
Things looking up for Ventus now.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a hill to climb for VIP now. I mean... They can still do it. I mean, Spectre's still quite squishy. Huskar could start to come back again, get a few more kills, get some pick-offs, especially with this Invis rune.
Yeah. It just feels like they haven't got many pick-offs just yet. There are some good aggressive wards though from VIP. Invisible, gonna try and scout. He's got to be really careful because there are backup all around at the moment. Silencer pings him out, wants to go for him, and the life break onto the Silencer. Global is there if he wants it, but the Static Storm isn't actually going to keep him in there for long. The Disruptor ulti being used. J-Pain, there's a lot of damage from Spectre now, as the Spectre, the Sonic, the Phoenix Sun coming out. Very defensively there. Huskar is going to not... Ooh, he does get out because of the huge magic resistance, so... But the Rubik does go down elsewhere. I think that might have been just like a casual, a stray hit.
Yeah, I think Rubik might have been, yeah, I think he was just running away, he's on low health, and died in the jungle.
Interesting. So yeah, Blink for Tide as well, he had that last fight, I think. But he's, yeah, Spectre getting a lot now. He's 3 for 0 with 7 assists. That's a lot of kills and a lot of XP coming his way. Ice Blast to try and stop this push coming in. Gonna hit a couple of the heroes, but is it gonna be enough to deter them as Huskar jumps? Gonna try and jump on someone. He can jump on that Tide Hunter, but straight away the Ravage and the Global Silence. J-Pain in a lot of trouble. He's right-clicking for all he's worth. The Spectre ulti coming through, burning down the heroes. Gasper being brought back, and that's gonna be another triple kill for the side of Ventus. They are looking very confident now as they take down this. Well, they're gonna take down this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, very good for Ventus. VIP aren't really. I mean, it could be if once VIP gets some BKBs up, maybe on the Quap and the Huskar, and it looks like Phoenix is going for a pipe. They might be able to survive all these fights and get some kills afterwards, but Ventus is starting to pull ahead a little bit, and now there's a Glimmer Cape on Silencer who has 20 intelligence stolen already.
Wow. What do you feel about this Glimmer Cape on like a Silencer?
I like it mainly in this time just for the magic resistance, just because against a Huskar jumps on you and you activate the Glimmer Cape and you should survive. And
yeah, that's true. I think, like, I guess when the Huskar jumps on you, you go invis with the Glimmer Cake, so you take the first bit of damage, maybe a couple of burning spears, but you're definitely going to get out. And with the 66% magic resistance when you're invis, the burning spears are definitely nowhere near as potent as they would be before.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of VIP's damage as well, apart from Quap's ult, is actually magical.
Yeah, that's true. Thunder God's Wrath being used. Scouts out the Queen of Pain, who's actually only on 100 hit points. Straight away, TPing back. What is the Zeus going for now? As we look at the Courier, it's got Perseverance, so do you think it's a straight refresher? Or is he going to go for that, not the Lotus Orb, the Ocarina of Time, or Octarine Core? That's the one.
I can imagine it's going to be a refresher. I think if something that is quite good about getting the Ags early is if you can get an early Ags refresher, by the time you hit level 16, that's about 1300 magic damage just coming out onto the entire enemy team, and
so after resistance, that's like 1000 damage nearly.
That's going to kill Rubik and AA probably.
And
Rubik
Queen of
might
Pain,
survive
yeah.
the null field, and Queen of Pain's going to be very low. All it's going to require is a haunt after that, and
So yeah, team fight very strong for Ventus, and it worked very well for VIP in the last game. So Ventus happy to mirror what they're doing.
there's a little bit of a lull period now. Spectre's just happy to farm up. I think VIP realise that they want to get some more items before they fight.
The Silencer is actually level 12, which is pretty high. His net worth is middle of the road now. It's actually